a brush for cleaning the windows.
Maybe. I mean, it's a clever name. That's why it's memorable. It's like I forgot. I don't know any of the people on that team except for Windex. It's just the name sticks.
Yep.
Unlike the stuff that Windex wipes off. But all right, Rainmaker, Makomar, here we go. Fire loading up. And
got a charger for sure.
Windex on Blaster. Okay.
Windex on Blaster. Okay. And the Hero Blaster of all things.
That's been seeing a lot more use lately. I wonder like if when the next usage ratings comes out, Vanilla Blaster is going to be higher.
I mean, just the way that disruptors have changed and like the way disruptors work with Clan Blitz, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more common.
Yeah, it is true. And right now, for a while there, we didn't have any members going down, but 2 members of Ren +1 have gone down, and it looks like Windex might be able to try to stop something. No, she unfortunately gets taken out, so this looks like this will be a modest push with the Rainmaker right now.
Aerospray does win 1v1 and is able to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, and actually, no, 89, not much.
Oh, that's 89? Wait, no. You're saying 89.
Yeah, no, 89 points. Yeah.
I was like, what? Tim going a little far in with his umbrella there, but is able to get the push at least started for his team.
Here goes the Rainmaker pushing up. So 21 points right at the start of the match from Ren +1. Snowflake Squids are going to be able to stop this push right now. They do pick up the Rainmaker. They are marked, but it's kind of hard for the Rainmaker to get killed right here, so they should be able to have a pretty easy time getting it out. It looks, however, like the Splattershot Pro is going to try to put a stop to that. Does it get the Rainmaker? He does. Is there anyone else to follow up on this? He does have the Inkstorm going down. The Rainmaker pop is going to be assisted by the Stingray. I think the Stingray should actually be
down again.
Yeah, wow.
Just the Blaster to stay alive and stop this.
Blaster does get taken out, as it looks like once again Ren +1 is going to be able to push up pretty far.
Oh man, they are just getting completely outside right now.
Oh man, that was pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, once you get past that point, it definitely seems like it's going to be easy to like knock out from there. It's just a matter of playing the situation right, and they definitely did that. And they got all the kills they needed.
Clap a dab and something like that.
Is that a dab?
I don't know. That or he's just reaching for something.
Or does he stay fresh and like stay fresh or whatever they do?
All right. Well, we just sunk to his level.
Yeah, well, I did. You didn't. I guess you said it.
Yeah, I said it. But yeah, so that was game 1. Surprisingly fast game 1. Didn't really expect it to be that that lopsided, but so what ended up happening there? So Ren +1, so there was someone getting a lot of kills off stream.
Yeah,
off stream because
I think it was. I think it was like a Tenatech or an Anzap or something, and I think they were getting a lot of kills there. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a situation where it was like, oh man, this Rainmaker, I don't really know if it's going to be able to push, doesn't have any support, and then all of a sudden the entire enemy team is just dead. So it's like, all right, well, I guess the Rainmaker's going to push, and they're going to knock it out like 20 seconds later.
Yeah, it's hard to say whether that's just like them getting outplayed or if they were just that guy was
some guy was sharking and just got like the triple kill of the century. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
But Splatstone's Port Mackerel game 2.
Okay, this is going to be a slower mode, definitely.
It's definitely a slower mode, but it's also
slippery
it's
slope.
very like slippery slope. Like it's kind of hard to get back in if you're not coordinated.
Right.
So I feel like with obviously every team's pick up here, it's going to be pretty hard to get coordinated pretty quickly. So I think whoever gets like if somebody gets a full setup, it's probably that team's gonna just knock it out.
Yeah,
is my guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. We've seen a lot of that where teams are going back and forth. The scene's pretty even, but once one team gets a push, it just it's harder to defend. That is the nature of having those pickup squads. But at the same time, you get to see some more kind of loose and wild play as opposed to maybe stuff that's a little bit too much expected.
I mean, the Game 5 Clan Blitz we saw.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a match. I was actually a little bit disappointed that Frank didn't pop off on Future a little bit more than he did.
He did Game 3 or Game 4, one of the two. He just like jumped up.
It started screaming.
And it was pretty typical Frank.
All right, so here we go. Splatstone's Port Mackerel. So this is definitely going to come down to a team getting full control of the middle of the map and locking out and having that lockout work. Sploosh-o-matic, pretty good on this map from both teams. We have a Sploosh. We do have a Sniper versus Custom Jet Squelcher. So that Custom Jet Squelcher is actually going to have Stingray, and that's actually a Firefin charger. So they're not going to have Stingray on the side of that Firefin team. So let's see how that works out.
That will mean that he has the Splash Wall to kind of help deal with his curling bombs. Splash Wall is actually pretty good against the way that people play with curling bombs.
Yeah, you can kind of protect yourself.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty well thought out.
One kill apiece right now. Another splashdown going down the middle of the map. Roller right now, I don't know if the Sploosh is going to actually take that Roller on. No, he's going to stay away just not to get killed. I think the Roller's kind of just Splooshes in the one-on-one. As Rem+1 takes the lead.
Gets a flank on the other one.
Oh, he's going to lose.
Oh, man, the splashdown seals that.
Yeah, like you talked about when 2 splashdowns happen, the splashdown second usually ends up getting killed. So
he's got the armor at the ready.
Oh, that's
right. That's going to get them just like more solid control here. And now they're just going to push up and keep Snowflake Squids into their base.
All right, and unfortunately the custom jet does get taken out. That Stingray is so good on this map. Not getting used yet, actually. I don't think the custom jet has Stingray at all. So hopefully that custom jet can focus on getting special if the map is taken right now, which it might not. They're going to have to play pretty well, and having that custom jet with the Stingray is going to be part of it.
Sploosh keeps getting in, but isn't quite able to get anything to happen. It's the nature of the curling bombs, but just the range just does not let it get any kills.
Yeah, this Firefin right now doing the right thing, kind of putting up this wall, making sure, and that's a full wipe once again. Someone off screen has just been doing work, which seems like could be a neutral situation, and someone just gets like a crazy triple kill. This Roller is probably not going to be able to do it in time. It does not.
Doesn't react in time to kill the Charger, but either way, the zone was just counting down, and that'll be a nice knockout. Pretty much exactly what we thought was going to happen.
Let's keep track of the scoreboard at the end of this one and see who we think is getting all these kills, because I want to see what's been happening, because it's just been off screen, just someone's been getting wild amounts of kills. So it looks like it might have been Tim.
Yeah, Tim Pleb.
Yep.
He was working up there with the Splattershot Pro, so I think it was between those two for at least for that one play.
There could be a lot of armors going down.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think we should maybe maybe try to keep an eye on him next game and see what exactly he's been doing.
So game 3, I do believe we'll be going to. Let me just check this out and make sure I don't say the wrong thing. All right, so it's TC on Blackbelly.
Oh, that's fun.
You know, TC Blackbelly I think is not as good in Splat 2 as I felt like it was in Splat 1.
There's Splat 2 in general without quick response stealth jump definitely makes a lot of the classic maps feel different. I think that unlike Splat 1, if you almost stuff a push coming down your half pipe, they can't just stealth jump back in and keep it going. Because that was the thing about Blackbelly telecontrol in Splat 1. It was just like you couldn't stop the stealth jump chains.
Yeah.
In Splat 2, however, if a strong push happens down half pipe and you have like ink storms and all kinds of specials going down that corridor, it's really hard to stop teams from moving down that corridor. It really takes a Stingray at that point. Like, it takes a Stingray.
Stingray is really good on this. It's pretty much can single-handedly kill pushes.
Yeah, and there was a good Stingray map that we saw last time as well, and that Stingray didn't really have. Did that custom jet?
I don't know if he even got one. The whole time.
It was just completely suppressed. So hopefully, someone from Snowflake Squids can, play a
utilize the Stingray properly
and use it a lot because they're going to need it for defense. That or an Ink Storm weapon can also be kind of good.
Yeah.
Bubbles can be pretty decent. I mean, you just need to have
something that will force your way through a choke point.
You need brute force special control of that hallway in this map. Just period. There's a lot of situations like that in Splat 2 where you just need to use your brute force specials to control a certain part of the map, and that's just how it works. This is going to be one of those maps, so let's see how it plays out.
Yep. So we're looking at a 52. Charger's coming back again.
Is that both teams? Double Blaster.
Double Blaster. I think this is actually the other team running the Charger, isn't it? No, that's the same team.
Yeah. It's Rose still on Charger. Double Blaster is actually something that was considered pretty decent on this game mode in Splat 1. If you remember, Luna CRB was actually a very popular choice. So seeing the regular blaster and the range blaster is pretty good. So fortunately, that was not the best time to ride the tower because his team was done. So Rose going to get that kill. His teammate's going to start pushing up. This is going to be a strong push. A Stingray is almost ready. Let's see what ends up happening. And maybe we can get a perspective of Pleb again to see how he's been getting his kill stolen apparently.
Oh, and that's another full wipe. Looks like Kenny got a triple kill there on the other side of the map. They're going to get past that first checkpoint, and then at this point, like with them trapped in their braces card, it's going to be really hard to push this out.
Yeah, not a good trade though. As Pleb right now knows there's a flank coming, gets the kill on the flank. Kenny right now is going to be able to defend with the 52, and that is going to. I mean, I think there was another wipe in there somewhere.
it was like kind of a staggered wipe, and they're still staggered. They have not like fully regained their like footing, and it's just going to be a straight knockout. Very decisive 3-0 from Ren plus 1 there.
Yeah, that was definitely
not the most smooth thing I've ever seen on camera before.
It's alright. It's already a GIF. But yeah.
Yeah, that's going on Reddit.
Yeah, shout outs to whoever makes it. Also, shout outs to everybody in chat watching right now. I know that this did get posted on Reddit, did get pinned, and we've been having a lot of viewers in general there. So we're still in polls right now. We have almost 300 viewers, so good stuff. Let's see if we can maybe spread that link around, let everybody know that there's some good matches happening. Especially now that the thing about Swiss that's fun is the further that you go in Swiss, basically you can view Swiss as like a leaderboard. Yeah. Right. So as there are more games and the leaderboard can become more like accurate, you're going to see a lot more even matches and matches. So at the start of a Swiss tournament, you have like a lot of 3-0s, and then as you start to slowly just get everybody to naturally be fighting people with the same records as them, that's when you start to see like those really close matches. Like the one that we saw earlier.
Yeah, that last round.
That last round.
That Game 5 Clam Blitz, you know.
That's pretty cool, man. I like Clam Blitz. I really like the mode.
I do. I really, really like the mode. The only thing I'm worried about is like some of the cheesy stuff becoming the norm. Yeah. If the cheesy stuff becomes a norm,
I'm worried. The cheesy stuff's a little bit... I think that there's a couple natural mechanics in Clam Blitz that force some of the cheesy stuff to not work that well. I think one of the big things is that you need to have a football to actually like open up the goal. And a lot of the stuff, like I've seen people like, oh, we'll just roll in with a baller and then have everybody jump to him and stuff. It's like you have to have people with footballs land, because the thing is when you throw a football, it takes a while to actually open up the goal. Yeah. And if everybody jumps in and someone just throws a football, your entire team's just going to get wiped. The football will get you 20 points, yeah. And if that's all you needed to win the game, then great, but I don't think that's going to make like huge game-winning plays.
I mean, the cheesiest thing that I've seen so far that is like it seems to be really effective, at least right now, and we'll see if it stays that way, is just, you know, having the one person on ink brush that literally just runs around the map, waits till you're not paying attention and throws the big one at the goal and then runs away. Yeah, it just keeps getting 20-point chunks or whatever it is. Is it 10 or 20 for
it's 20. It's 20 a piece. Yeah, it's 20 a piece. And that can be pretty significant. I think that is useful late game in Clam Blitz, because if you do it early game, that will break the basket. Yeah. And then, well, actually, no. Well,
you get the free 20 points the first time you do it, so it's always worth it that time.
What I'm trying to say is that if you're doing it just to throw it in, and then the enemy basket closes up, you really didn't do anything. But if you have a big penalty and if you've thrown in 1 or 2 footballs just randomly before, what will end up happening is by the time you actually do get a big push going, that penalty's not going to be there anymore. Yeah. So I think that's where it's naturally going to work. I think if it's still a high score,
it doesn't refresh the penalty unless you've actually scored points while it was open, right? So like you can throw it at it, and like you can throw a big one at it. It'll like knock 20 points off the penalty, and then when it comes back up,
it'll be 20 less penalty points. Yeah.
It doesn't refresh.
I'm not sure if like the enemy team pushes and stuff like that, exactly how the penalty works, because like in zones, it doesn't like refresh if you work off your penalty and then you
does
get
if
points.
They capture the zone.
Right, but if you didn't actually get to the zone, if all you did was shave off a couple penalty points, does it add more?
I think it refreshes.
Gotcha.
It again.
Okay, so that's something I want to look into. But either way, I think it's a little bit too early to say that like the game mode's necessarily cheesy. Yeah. But I think also that
it has the potential for cheese, but I think all in all, like if the cheese stuff doesn't catch on, it's really well designed as a game type, and honestly, it might become my favorite pretty quickly. It's definitely got a more thought out like structure as far as its competitive like viableness, really, and it doesn't have some like weird mechanic that like kind of pisses people off. Yeah. Like, with tower control, people don't like how many specials you get. Yeah. With Rainmaker, it's you don't like the fact that one person can run around the map and like get a knockout for free. And
I think that there's something really satisfying about like when your team runs up to the goal and just starts throwing clams in. Yeah. Like the sound effects, how fast the points go down, like. The fact that it's like the entire, like, because especially once people get good at this mode, you're going to see the entire team will just be like playing. All of a sudden, everybody just starts throwing the clams.